So a couple of days ago, I did a unboxing video for my graphic novel, Neotheric, and right now I just want to go through the actual book to show how the printing came out. If you're thinking about, printing your graphic novel or saddle stitch comic, to maybe look at this company. Again, they're called Comic Impressions. They're down in Florida, and I thought they did a really good job. So, I had a Indiegogo campaign to try to fund printing the book. It started in December 1st, and in January, only got like 7 backers, which is really pathetic. But I thought, well, I'm getting a pretty good chunk of change from the IRS for my tax return. So, what the heck? I'll just print a small, do a small print run, see how it comes out. And so at least I have something to show for the 5 years of making this book, instead of just only having, the individual issues on Comixology and Comic House and all this stuff, kind of stuff. I wanted an actual physical book. This is the book I did. I think it took about 2.5 weeks for them to print it. This is a 96-page book. So I think that the printing came out really good. You can see, like, this is the first one I took out of the box, and I've been manhandling this thing for the last couple days. So it didn't come out like this. Um, it just had like one tiny little ding kind of up here, and that's why I just chose it to use as my reader copy. Um, but like I've seen some other people have shown like books, and like the way they were cut, it's not like a sharp, clean cut, but this one came out really good. All the corners are real sharp. The pages are, cut nicely. Everything's nice. Everything's clear. There's nothing out of focus. The colors are nice. They're not smudged or anything. See, like the red and yellow here. Everything comes out really nice, real sharp. The only thing that I noticed is that, but I guess this is my fault, that the whole image here on the front is kind of shifted to the left, too much to the left. So there's not as much space over here as over here. So, I guess I don't know. I thought that I had it centered on the page, but I guess not. So it's not exactly centered here on the cover. But I think that that's my fault. On the back here, everything looks good. This image looks, the whole back of it is pretty much centered as far as I can tell. So that came out good. So what I did for this graphic novel is I actually relettered the entire first issue. So the first issue, which was, the art was done by Dave Mims, and this is the original cover for the first issue. I went back and I redid all of the lettering. This was the first book that I had ever lettered, tried to letter. So I didn't really know what I was doing. And like the space between each line was too much. And the font was just kind of weird. So I just redid everything. I added some dialogue, like here on this page on the right. There's more dialogue here that it was not in the original version, digital version. And it's not just dialogue just to fill up the space. There's actually a reason for the dialogue there. So if you'll read it, you'll find out why. So just going through it, again, I think it came out really nice. This is one of my favorite pages here. This page. I went later and I blurred the eyes back here. a little bit because I thought maybe it looked a little better. That wasn't originally how the artist did it. So the first 2 issues took almost like 3 years, and I still didn't get all of the artwork for the second issue. And I guess the first artist, he just had too much on his plate and he couldn't do it. I don't know, because he just ghosted me basically. Never heard from him again. So I had to find another artist to finish up the book, starting from, I think it's page 17. It's right here on the second issue, to finish up the whole series. So this is Andre Portilla. He's I can't remember exactly where he's from. Maybe Colombia, I think. But so up to here this is all Dave's art, and then once you get here, then we transition to Andre's art. So obviously there's a big difference in their styles, but you know, I didn't really have a choice, so I had to go with him. And I think Andre's really good. He was really professional. I think he did a great job, and hopefully, if we can keep on with this series, I can keep working with him. Yeah, so that's the original cover to issue 3, and by Andre. So, and in the graphic novel, it has a couple of extra things. I got like this here in the back. It's just a few pinups. Originally, with Dave, the Neotheric was just a proposal to send out to publishers. I wasn't really planning on doing it, the whole thing, but then later, you know, I just got thinking about it, and I was like, well, we've already done a whole bunch of stuff with the, you know, designing the characters and doing a bunch of pages. Might as well just do the whole damn book. So, that's what we did. So I just finished the whole thing. So that's it. Again, I think the book came out really good. Oh, here's one other thing. When I first heard about this company, Comic Impressions, I got them to send me some samples. They sent me some sample paper, and they sent me some samples of actual printed books that they've done. And they had a graphic novel that they had printed. And when I got it, I only flipped through it a couple times, and the pages just started tearing out. Like, the glue was not good at all. And I told him about it, and he said they were aware of it, and it was something that they, like, one of maybe the first graphic novels they had ever printed, because they're new to the whole comic book printing thing. And but he said that they had fixed that issue, so it shouldn't happen. So when I got these books, I was that's one thing I was keen to check out. Is, like I said, I've been manhandling this book. I wanted to make sure. So, you know, it's just been, you grab one page and just hold it up like this. So it's not coming out. So that's it shows it's pretty good work that they did. I'm really happy with it. Other than the small little mistakes that most likely that I made, so I need to fix for any future books if I ever get to do any. But that's it. So if you're interested in getting this book, I've got it up on Amazon right now. It's $19.99 on Amazon, and if you want to buy direct from me, it's I'm selling for $20 plus shipping is $5 for $25. And I can take payments through PayPal. So either way, I prefer it if you actually buy it through me, because Amazon takes a huge chunk. But so if you're interested in a book and want to get yourself a copy, just get on the old internet and place your order. So again, this was printed by a company called Comic Impressions. They're down in Florida, and I think they did a really great job. And if you check them out, you'll see that they have really good prices for what they do. That's it. Peace.